Hey guys, how are you? Welcome to Scaling Without Screaming, the podcast for driven legacy builders who want to get lean, stay profitable, grow without all the chaos. I'm Catherine, the SOP specialist. Born a CEO, built to lead, and here to help you master the art of lean systems and strategies. Together, we'll turn your business into a lean, thriving machine with no fluff, no excuses, just real talk, real results. So today, let's get started. So here's the truth. This podcast series is about alphabet soup of corporate businesses. And no, I'm not talking about your lunch. I'm talking about the overwhelming pile of acronyms that no one teaches you unless you go get an MBA, which, spoiler alert, sometimes you don't need it. But you do need to know what the acronyms of a business are. Because this stuff is the heartbeat of your business. And I learned the hard way, and we'll talk about it coming up in podcast. So if you're building a company, you're analyzing your systems, or trying to run lean operations, these acronyms need to be understood, and they are extremely essential. So trust me, I didn't always know what they meant either. I had to force myself to learn one acronym at a single time. What I meant is, how did I apply it to my company and how it shows up in every single consulting client I work with today. And today is why I am talking about this on this episode. Now, business acronyms, not to sound smart, but knowing business acronyms will help you scale faster, smarter, more money in your pocket, grow beyond your wildest dreams. So today, we're going to dive into the acronym EBITDA and what it is. And I'm sure you've seen this on profit and loss reports. You've heard it tossed around once or twice on Shark Tank. And if you were like me, you probably Googled it 6, 7, 8 times just to understand it. Now, for some of you who don't know this, this is actually just a teaching moment, an understanding moment of what it does. And for those of you who are masters at this, put it up as a refresher course. Now, EBITDA actually stands for earnings before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortization. Yeah, I know it sounds really fancy, but it's better than saying the whole thing all the time. But in plain terms, it is a way of looking at how much your business actually earns. It strips away all the financial fluff and shows the core profit of your business and what it is generating from daily to monthly operations. Some of you may ask, why does this really matter? Well, it matters because investors, partners, business owners, and business consultants like myself use it to measure the true performance of a company. So I would like to tell you a story about how this little acronym almost took me out. When I first started as a CEO, I thought running a business meant keeping customers happy, working harder, it didn't matter. Till one day, someone asked me, so what is your EBITDA? And EBITDA. I thought it was some typo, some strange language that I didn't know. And I learned a hard lesson that day. I was making decisions solely based on the cash in my bank account and not the real earnings. And yes, there is a difference, and I'm going to explain it here in this podcast. So when all the bills started coming in, like my business taxes, my equipment loans, overhead, I was in total shock. It put me on the floor. No one told me that profit doesn't equal your paycheck. Again, profit doesn't equal your paycheck. No one told me that knowing your EBITDA is like trying to fly a plane without the dashboard. That wake-up call changed my entire way I do business and how I grew an orchard from zero to over $500,000 per year. I dove in, lost train of thought. I dove into learning the language of business, not because I wanted to be a CFO, but because I wanted to stay in business. I wanted to build my legacy. And that's why I started doing podcasts, to teach you how to run your business better, teach you lean strategies, help you clear out all the chaos. So right now, if you think about your EBITDA, you're probably overpaying without you even knowing it. Seriously, look it over. Pull it now and you'll see that you might have a leaking problem. So most CEOs miss this when it comes to checking over their EBITDA. And it doesn't just show your profit. It actually exposes your operational bloat. So let me show you real quick what I mean. So let's say your revenue is up. Great. It's what we want. But your EBITDA hasn't budged in 6 months. Wow, that is a huge, huge red flag. And why? It's because your top line grew, but your core profit did not. That means somewhere in your business, there's something leaking. There's bottlenecks or something. Now, here's the tip that changed the game for me. What you should do and what you should build is something called an executive level expense intelligence system. One of the most powerful ways I use EBITDA in my own business today and the clients that I also work with today. And what it is a real-time trigger for an automated financial intelligence. And how this works is once a month, we run an internal review where we analyze 3 performance indicators. 1, revenue versus EBITDA. We ask some simple questions. Are we actually more profitable, or do we just look more busy? And then after that, we start to analyze the data from our OPEX trend lines. We start watching for what's creeping up that no one is talking about. You will find it. It'll kind of be hidden there somewhere, but you will see that there's a tick somewhere, a tick up. You will catch it. And then we look at our headcount versus our productivity output. Is our team driving value or just absorbing cost? Now, if your EBITDA starts to flatline or dip way below our set performance threshold, we don't wait to notice it manually. We built this system, and what I call it is the EBITDA control tower. Now, the system behind the scenes, This is a professional grade automation system that we built, and we use Airtable, Make.com, and QuickBook integrations, and it works like a financial radar. And here is exactly what it does. Automatically pulls real-time financials from our accounting service. Then it will flag any EBITDA that drops well below a 90-day rolling average. Next, it will create a task in our project management systems, like Asana, ClickUp, something like that. We title it Expense Audit Trigger. Then it notifies the operations lead or VA with a customized checklist. We review this monthly. We review our SaaS subscriptions. We audit freelancers or our contractors spend. Flags any tools or service unused in the last 30 days. And you will be surprised because a lot of times companies just start putting the money into and not realize that a lot of this stuff they don't use anymore. It will save you thousands of dollars if you just run an audit. We assess all reoccurring OPEX accounts for alignment with revenue drivers. And why this matters? It's not just about cutting costs. It's about aligning expenses with the performance. Most businesses wait until the end of the year to do all these financial reviews, and we run them every 30 days, powered by real-time data and proactive systems. Because your EBITDA just isn't a number. It's actually a signal. And when that signal shifts, your business needs to respond immediately, not months later when the cash is already gone. And here's a bonus tip. If you're running a multi-million-dollar operation, this system can be customized per department. So your marketing spend, your tech stack, and your delivery costs are all tracked individually against their EBITDA contribution. It's amazing. That's how you turn insights into action and keep your company lean, scalable, and wildly profitable. And what we call this is our EBITDA leak detector. EBITDA shows me where to look, so I stop wasting money and start investing and reinvesting in growth. Now, the multiplier trick. Outsource the wrong task. Here's another thing that you can do. If your EBITDA is healthy, but your time is maxed, you're the bottleneck. EBITDA can give you permission to outsource high-value, low EBITDA impact tasks like customer service, tech setup, or SEO building, so you can focus on what actually scales your revenue. Now, EBITDA isn't just for investors or accounting, it's dashboard or decision making. If you build your monthly routines around EBITDA, automate your reviews, build alerts, create ratios, it's like having a financial co-pilot telling you when something's off before it breaks your business. You catch it ahead of time. You don't wait a year and say, oh my God, why did I not know that? You run it monthly. If you have had your own alphabet soup moment, now whether it's with acronyms or just figuring out how to make payroll, I would love for you to come on this show and explain how you lived through that chaos. Scaling without screaming isn't about perfection. It's about truth, tools, and real growth stories. So head to thesopspecialist.com and apply to be a guest on my show. I'd love to hear how you turn chaos into clarity. Now, if today's episode saved you from Googling what an acronym is for the 17th millionth time this year, do me a favor, subscribe, leave a review, and send this to a business friend who really does need to hear it. And if you want to know what acronyms and matrix you're missing in your business, I actually have a quiz. And it's free. It's about 5 minutes long, and it actually analyzes your business and where you are in the lean spectrum of your business. So head over to the SOPspecialist.com, my website. You'll find a lot of things there that you might need or might not want to need and want to know or don't want to know. So you don't need an MBA to scale. Some of us have them, some of us don't. You just need someone to hand you the manual and help you read it and understand it. Share this episode with a fellow founder or business leader who needs clarity. Now, if you are finding missing systems, set up a free consultation today at thesopspecialist.com, because your business doesn't need more chaos. It needs the clarity that comes from knowing how it really works. I'm Catherine. This is Scaling Without Screaming, and I will see you next week. And we will be talking about customer acquisitions, customers, how to get them, everything about customers. Bye for now.